Hi, I'm Royal Anoles, and that's Goliath. Roll the intro. But yeah, roll the intro though. Asian vine snakes are possibly one of the better pet snakes in my opinion. Why do I say this? Is it because they're super handleable, super lovable? No, not really. They're kind of mean. But here's the main thing I have to say about them. They look very odd. They look very unique. They kind of look like an emerald tree skink if you took off the legs and you really stretched them out. Don't you think? Yeah. Now, here's some more information on them. Now, this is an animal that is commonly imported from the wild, and then they bring them to the pet trade to be sold at expos and pet shops for kind of low prices. But, as we always know, it's only a matter of time before an import ban happens, or they don't bring them in, or they're endangered and they don't come in because of some disease, or they're over harvesting them for food, or over harvesting from the pet trade. So do you really want to be here right now, my friends, and say, well, they were cool while we had them. It's a shame the import ban of 2027 happened and we can never get them again. You just want to have them now, breed them, and start the line yourself so you're not left in the dust. Alright, so all my ball python people that just heard that, sell a couple balls, buy some vine snakes. They're great little guys. The only downside is that they are rear fang venomous. If you go to an expo, there's hognoses literally all over the building. Be what it be. Some people compare their venom to reg leg tarantulas and all that, which is pretty cool. They're not that potent. Oh, and they're also lizard eaters. That's why I personally don't keep them. I like anoles, so yeah. Now, in this top 5, personally, when I say reptiles for a top 5 and it ain't anoles, I'm gonna throw a frog in there. Ambina orientalis, the firebelly toad. Now, as many of y'all know, pretty popular. You probably have heard of them. Hell, you've probably had them while you were a kid. But thanks to a couple import bans and a little disease wiping out majority of individuals, also preventing imports because of said disease for a majority of the time, well, that meant not many were in the US, as most died. With many breeders and keepers not knowing how to breed them or really wanting to try to breed them, well, you ain't gonna find them that often. But yeah, lime greens, they exist. The blue firebelly toad, as you're seeing, isn't just blue. Now, as you know, there's something called morphs. Now, axanthic is a beautiful morph that removes some pigmentation and makes these little frogs blue, which is lovely. Interesting, ain't it? Now, in the US, there is another thing called the blue line, which is a line bred trait, which is really interesting because there has only been about a handful of individuals owned by Travis, which are from his blue line, that actually stay blue into adulthood. The rest of them, well, they didn't stay blue. They're green now. These axanthics from Europe, well, they're blue from the day they come out of the egg and on the land and all that to the day that they die. Unless you take real horrible care of them, it's gonna probably look really ugly. Yeah, take care of your animals. Next one. Now, the red-lipped Arboronia. Possibly one of the best Arboronias you can keep. Some people call them calicos, all that. Personally, I'd rather do the scientific name, which is right there. Why am I not saying it? Because I do not know how to pronounce it. Now, my buddy watching this, he's probably like, damn, he's an idiot. They are honestly one of the best Arboronia. Look at how they're built. They're not that big when it comes to most lizards. Then on top of that, well, look at them. Look at these whites. Look at these reds on them. Look at these black and yellows as you're seeing. Then they have those horns on their head. Just magnificent animals. And then those black speckling all over their scales. Beautiful animals. Now, here's the interesting thing. They don't come like that in the wild. They come yellow. But, as you know, a lot of Arboronians come different colors than they do in the wild. So, where am I getting at? Well, some Arboronia folk have already had methods to turn said CV individuals into their wild colors because it is more desirable, and if we're keeping an animal in captivity, let's strive for the best manipulation of their wild environment that benefits them. So, put that shortly, my buddy found a shorter way. Some would say even a month's time frame to turn this beautiful creature to this beautiful creature. Can you believe that? It looks insane. The color difference is insane. Me personally, I'm torn which one between I like more. They're the same animal, right? Just one has gone through all the stuff it needs to be to get the color enhancing, go back to their wild colors. Ain't that lovely? Now, you know, from a herper's perspective, we're going yellow all day. Personally, I kind of prefer them more white. But, you know, what do you guys think in the comment sections? You just have to listen to me tell you why you should sub to this beautiful channel of mine. Ooh. I actually work with this lizard. Oh my god. Pachydermis samateri, or however you say it. That's how I think it's said. If you know how it's said, my DMs are always open. Send me a voice message. I'm bad with pronunciations if you can't tell. But these little lizards, well, they stay little lizards. Now, in my opinion, small reptiles are honestly superior than massive, huge lizards. Say that yet I have a blue tongue in the corner. These guys stay small. They're very social within each other. So you can see a lot of social behavior between their breeding, this, hey, I want to eat, this or that. They're fairly calm with one another. And they're really nice, the people. Now, out the box, you know, when you get them, they're normally not exactly the calmest because they just got shift, they're in a new environment. Most reptiles aren't. These guys, just feed them. Let them know you're feeding them, which is not hard. I can literally have a cup of crickets on the other side of the room and I can see into their cage right there, them just looking at me. It's fun to watch and they're amazing animals. Personally, it's like a emerald tree skink, but bite size, you know, like actually bite size because they're real tiny. They do have very, very, very long tails, which is also interesting. Lovely animals though. Definitely look into them. I breed them. I breed them. Oh, I breed them. You really clicked the channel that said Royal Anoles and expected not to get some anole content. Now, if you're new here, anoles coming up, y'all. You know, we're more than green anoles. Our brown anoles are red and our green anoles are blue now. Fight me. But yeah, you know, anoles have over 400 species. That's not including subspecies or locales. And almost every anole has like 12 to 6 some locales or subspecies or something. It's insane. When it comes to anoles, there are many. You have large anoles, you have small anoles, this and that. Today we're going to talk about Anolis leachii. Now if you watch this video, that is the unboxing video of them, and you get to see them all brown in that. But yeah, these animals are rare. Now when I say rare, I'm talking, to my knowledge, after I breed them in the US, after this female lays eggs and I hatch it, I'll be the third one in the US to breed them, which makes me all giddy inside like a kid on Christmas. Now these anoles are really interesting though. You know, they are, one, they're very weird with their behavior. They'll do something kind of like a twig anole, which is Chameleonis and Jamaican twig anoles and stuff like that. You know, stick mimics essentially. Where they'll hug a branch and when they see you, they'll turn, which is real odd. But they'll also, you know, you catch them in the right mood, say like a night anole, you know, like some small wood eye, they'll just stare at you. Then he'll just stare at you, figure out what you're doing, and if he's bored, he'll just jump off into the corner. He really don't care. Same with the female, which is really interesting, really lovely. So that's the male. He's that big. There's the female. If he was a little bigger, his head would be bigger than her body, and that terrifies me. So I have to rip everything out the cage to show you this video because, well, I just had a deep aching urge in the back of my head that little bro said, hey, you're looking like a snack today and not the way we thinking. So he didn't eat her, obviously. I didn't really think he did. I was just worried, mostly. It was mostly all in my head. But yeah, these animals are awesome animals. Insectivores, they'll eat some fruit. They're the largest lesser gnatid. Anyway, if you like this video, sub, share, like, comment into the video. Bye!